The Champions League quarterfinals are officially here, and this is where the competition really begins to heat up. With 8 teams left in the mix, every goal, every save, and every moment is crucial in order to stay in the tournament. With the 4 matches in the first leg coming to a close, we now know which sides have one foot in the semi-finals and which sides will need to perform better in the next match if they want to avoid elimination. Today we're going over the first leg of the quarterfinal matchups to see who made the most of the big stage and who needs to step up before next week's matches. The Champions League quarterfinals have arrived and they have lived up to the hype. The first match of the day saw Arsenal and Real Madrid go head-to-head at the Emirates Stadium. Both teams went into this match with injuries to key players as well as suspensions for Raheem Sterling and Aurelien Tchouameni. Despite both sides having plenty of chances, neither team could find the clinical breakthrough and the match went into halftime stuck at 0-0. It would be Arsenal who would find the opening goal in the 58th minute after an absolutely stunning free kick from Declan Rice from 30 yards out. The home side would go on to grab a 1-0 lead. It would take Declan Rice just 12 more minutes to grab his second goal of the night, and with yet another absolutely stunning free kick, Arsenal now led by 2-0 with 20 minutes left to go. And to add insult to injury, just 5 minutes later it would be Mikel Merino's clinical first touch shot that would find the bottom left corner as Arsenal added yet another goal to their tally to make it 3-0. Madrid's night would end in misery as Camavinga picked up a red card in stoppage time, and with that Arsenal would hold on for a critical 3-0 victory over their Spanish counterparts. The second match of the day took place in Germany as Bayern Munich and Inter Milan squared off at the Allianz Arena. With both teams missing key players due to injury, this game really could have gone either way for the two sides. The German side were dominant for the first 38 minutes, but with one lapse in defensive concentration, it would be Lautaro Martinez's goal that would give Inter a 1-0 lead going into the break. With just 5 minutes left on the clock, it would be none other than Thomas Müller who would score the equalizing goal with a lovely tap-in, bringing the game level at 1-1. That level scoreline would last a measly 3 minutes as Inter Milan's lightning-quick counterattack would be capped off by a tap-in goal from Frattesi, giving the Italian side a crucial 2-1 lead. That would be the final goal in this match as the Italian visitors come away with a truly important 2-1 victory in Munich. The first match of the second day of action saw Barcelona go up against Borussia Dortmund in a highly anticipated match. With injuries to key players and a suspension for Dortmund's Pascal Gross, this match was shaping up to be edge-of-your-seat kind of football. The first goal of the game would come in the 25th minute, and with the slightest of touches from Rafinha after Kubarsi's flick, Barcelona would take hold of the game with a 1-0 lead. That would be the only goal in the half that was dominated by the home side, and with the referee's whistle, the two sides went into halftime with a 1-0 scoreline separating them. The Spanish side came flying out of the gates, and in the 48th minute, Robert Lewandowski's header from Lamine Yamal's cross found the back of the net, extending their lead to 2-0. The Polish talisman would find a second goal in the 66th minute after a lightning-quick counterattack that ended with the ball in the back of the net to bring in the scoreline to 3-0 for the home side. Barcelona simply couldn't stop scoring, and with yet another blistering counterattack that was finished off by Lamine Yamal, their lead increased yet again to 4-0 this time around. That would be the final goal in this match as Barcelona go on a scoring spree to beat Borussia Dortmund by 4-0. The final match of the first leg of quarterfinal action saw PSG go head-to-head with Aston Villa in the French capital. With Marquinhos being suspended for this match and Leon Bailey out for the English visitors, there was plenty to look forward to in this matchup. Despite the home side having 76% possession, 8 total shots and 0.32 XG on the board, it would be Morgan Rogers' delightful tap-in that would give Aston Villa a 1-0 lead in the 35th minute. Villa's lead would last a total of 5 minutes, and with Desiree Doué's incredible curling effort from outside the box, PSG would bring the game level at 1-1, which would hold until the halftime whistle. The French side wasted no time getting their second goal, and after a gorgeous solo run and finish from Kvaratskhelia in the 49th minute, the scoreline was now 2-1 for PSG. PSG's final goal in this match would come in stoppage time, and with a great finish from Nuno Mendes, the home side would extend their advantage to a 3-1 lead. That is how this match would finish, with the home side coming away with a dominant 3-1 victory over Aston Villa. With the first leg of matches over and done with, here's where we currently stand. Inter Milan came away with a critical 2-1 victory over Bayern Munich, and the German side now have a huge mountain to climb next week in Italy. As impressive as Arsenal's 3-0 victory over Real Madrid was, anything can happen at the Santiago Bernabeu, and the Spanish side will be looking for revenge in the return fixture. Barcelona put on an absolute clinic in their match versus Dortmund, and unless the German side can pull off a remontada of their own, this tie should be set in stone. And finally, PSG's offensive comeback in the second half sees them heading to England with a respectable advantage, but Aston Villa are sure to put up a fight at home next week. The first leg of quarterfinal action in the Champions League did not disappoint, and we still have 4 games left to go. But what did you think of the first leg matches in the quarterfinals of the Champions League? Which game was your favorite to watch, and who do you think will advance to the semi-finals? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more football content, tier lists, and everything in between, and as always, I'll catch you next time.